Last time on Duplo's Kids. I'm going to be ranking every single alien from every single animated TV show adaptation of Ben 10.
And the way I'm going to rank these is going to be based on my personal bias of all of these aliens. So today we're doing Ultimate Alien.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to part 4 of ranking all Ben 10 aliens. Last time we covered Ultimate Alien, so now it's time to cover Omniverse. Now this show's a little different from all the other ones. The classic series, I didn't watch much of it, but I watched some of it. And Alien Force and Ultimate Aliens are the Ben 10s I grew up with. But this Ben 10 I thought was going to be the Teen Titans blow of Ben 10. But I was very wrong. I've recently watched it and currently I'm on season 6, and it is so good! But away from that, this show is by far the biggest hit or miss when it comes to aliens. Like, they can miss so hard that they hit a different target, like they did with Ghost Freak and Big Chill. But they also can hit it right on the target and make it just as good, or if not better, than the original. Like with Jerry Rig and Arctiguana. And the same goes for the original aliens from the show. So without delaying any more time, here are the 17 aliens from Ben 10 Omniverse. Ben 10's a kid and he wants to have fun. Well, if it isn't the overgrown rooster. Since this isn't UAF anymore, Ben doesn't shout out his aliens' names, so I have to say their names now. This is Kickin, and his name basically describes exactly what he does. He's a giant chicken that kicks things. And sometimes punches them, but most of the time kicks them. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Kickin. Only because this is the 5th brawler type alien? I mean, there's Forearms from the original series, Humongousaur and Raph from Alien Force, Armadillo from Ultimate Alien, and this series added Kickin and another one we're going to talk about later. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of aliens that's power is strictly just punching things. Well, in Kickin case, kicking things, but that doesn't matter. He still doesn't have any interesting powers. His design's okay, it's not the worst, but apparently Kickin Hawk's Ben's best hand-to-hand fighter, which I find that very hard to believe, considering the other aliens like him. But other than that, I just find Kickin Hawk to be kinda mediocre. This alien. This is Weevil, aka the alien that turned me away from Omniverse. Yeah, I thought they were gonna do a Teen Titans Go thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Weevil. I don't hate him, but yeah, I don't like him either. Literally what his power is throwing up whatever that is that he's rolling around, rolls it around, and then chucks it at people because apparently the stuff he threw up is explosive. Basically, he's kind of like a bizarre dung beetle. It just rolls balls around. It's original, I'll give it that, but it's pretty lame. And it's not even one of the joke aliens, like he's one of Ben's serious fighting aliens. Why? Don't ask me. But Weevil is just a weird little guy that I really do not like that much. Well, here's the alien I was going to talk about later. This is Bullfrag. Not Bullfrog, Bullfrag. He's just another guy that punches things, except he's a frog, so he's got a long tongue and can hop high. Well, more accurately an incursion, but who's keeping track? But yeah, that's literally all he can do. Also, he has a smooth voice. Honestly, the only reasons why I like Bullfrag more than I like Kickin is because of the fact, first off, he has some extra added powers like jumping high and a long tongue. Also, his voice is really smooth, and I like it. But yeah, Bullfrag is just kind of boring, but just a little less boring than Kickin Hawk. For the people who know what alien this is, they're probably like, why the hell isn't he higher on the list? And for the people that don't know what alien this is, they're probably like, what kind of alien is this? This, my dear viewers, is Walkatrout. And he is the most useless alien in all of Ben 10. Walkatrout has no powers. Not a single one. And since he doesn't have any long arms, He can't physically fight anyone. The only thing Walkatrout can do is run, and because he's a fish, he's super slippery. From a practical standpoint, this alien sucks. From a funny standpoint, this alien's amazing. Yeah, I get why people don't like him. Some people don't like troll aliens. And they don't think he's cool because of the fact he has no powers and he can't do anything. And after, 4 series, you get kind of tired of the whole Ben not getting the right alien trope. Especially when the alien is the most useless thing in the universe. But I don't know what's wrong with me. I find it funny. It's not like they use him in every single episode. He's paced out pretty well throughout the seasons. And he's not even in every season. He's in every now and then alien. I like Walkatrout, not because of the fact that he's cool or has something cool about him. No, I just find him kind of funny. Also, I really wish Ben still had the Ultimatrix, just so I could see an ultimate Walkatrout. Oh, this alien. This is Pesky Dust. And whatever it is, has the power to manipulate people's dreams. I mean, it's an original and really cool power, but not that interesting of one. Also, the design's okay, and the voice is, much to be desired. Not much to say about this alien other than the fact that it's an okay alien. Well, if it isn't the funniest gag alien in all of Ben 10. This is the worst. Yes, his name is actually the worst. Basically, what the worst power is that he's indestructible. He cannot be destroyed. The one problem with the worst is even though he's indestructible, it doesn't mean that he can't still feel the pain. Also, just like Walkatrout, he can't physically fight. So he's literally just a glorified punching bag. I really find this alien funny because of the fact that he's basically immortal, but it doesn't matter because of the fact he can still feel the pain. Surprisingly, the alien called the worst is not the worst. Oh yeah, this alien. This is Toepick. And actually, just like with another Omniverse alien, the name of this alien, at least, first came from the classic series, actually. But since Toepick never made an actual on-screen appearance, he doesn't class as a classic alien. But basically, Toepick's power is that he's so scary looking under that metal helmet that he physically turns people white as a ghost. He's so terrifying he doesn't need to fight. He just genuinely just has to look at them without that metal plating in front of his face. But alas, this alien was used only a handful of times in Omniverse. Even though there's 8 seasons with 10 episodes each, Toepick was only included in a couple of them. But anyway, off that, Toepick is a really cool looking alien, and honestly I just genuinely really like him.
Ah, yes, the last horror alien.
This is Vampire, aka the last horror/Halloween alien. And if you can't tell by his name and design, he's based off Count Dracula, aka Vampire. What do I think about his design? It's okay. I mean, it looks a little more original than every other vampire in the world. Like, I can tell it's not just Count Dracula. Like, the bat-like wingsuit's pretty cool. And I like the sharp claws and the way the mask is designed. A lot more creative than Frankenstrike, that's for sure. But when it comes to powers, he's not the most original. The only thing he's got that normal vampires don't really have is the ability to fly without turning into a bat form. But even then, there's still some vampires that can fly without turning into a bat. Speaking of that, Vampire has the whole vampire's stick. He feeds off life energy, which is basically what vampires do by drinking blood. He can mind control people, which I've seen a lot of vampires do that. And of course, yes, he can turn into a bat. And his main weakness is the sun. With Vampire, when it comes to design, it's okay, but when it comes to his powers, they're pretty basic. Yes, the best little alien. This is Mole-Stache. And he's exactly that, a mole with a mustache. A mustache that has powers! This versatile piece of facial hair can be turned into a bunch of different things, including a propeller, which, as you can tell by the photo I'm using, helps him fly. The mole is airborne. But his mustache can also be used as a parachute, and can turn into fists that throw hands. Well, throw stashes in his case, but whatever. And even though they don't use them that much, I still really like Mole-Stache.
Ben 10, he's a kid and he wants to have fun. But when you need a superhero, he gets the job done. Ben 10.
Well, if it isn't Waybig's ultimate weakness. This is Bloxx, which, if you can't tell, is a walking, talking, breathing Lego set. And he can morph his body into whatever he wants, basically. And since his blocks are pretty durable, it's not too easy to break out of them. But it's still possible. And he's morphed his body into a lot of different things, but I think my favorite thing that I morphed his body into was a gun. Oh, sorry, blaster. A Lego blaster. And it was specifically his arm. He morphed his arm into a Lego blaster. And Blox's design's okay, it's kind of like a gorilla made out of Legos. But to be completely honest, this alien really turned me away from the series because of the fact I thought it was going to be a goof fest since, you know, gorilla Lego. But Bloxx is genuinely a really cool alien.
Ben 10, he's a kid and he wants to have fun. But when you need
Another unique alien. This is Crashhopper. And if you can't tell by the wordplay in his name, he's a grasshopper that has a very hard head and can jump very high. And he's unique because of the fact that he can jump super high and no other alien can do that. At least not like he can. But that's really the only way he fights, which is jumping into people and headbutting them. Other than that, he's an okay alien, but not one of my personal favorites. But hey, Crashhopper's a pretty good alien for Omniverse.
Ben 10, he's a kid and he wants to have fun. But when you need a super
Oh no, not the
Auf der einen blüht ein kleines Blümelein.
alien. This is Gutrot, another unique alien. Okay, so his power is that his gut is a chemical lab, and then he mixes certain compounds and expels them in the form of gas. AKA is an alien that can make all forms of gas. And the gas I remember him making from the show is tear gas, laughing gas, and sleeping gas. But think about this. This alien can make any gas. So this alien could theoretically make all kinds of deadly gases, and there is a lot of them. I really like his design too, it's cool looking. But if it wasn't for the aliens that are up next, Gutrot would probably be one of my favorites.
Ben 10, he's a kid and he wants to have fun. But when
Hey look, another alien that first appeared in a movie! This is Shocksqatch. And just like Nanomech, his first appearance was in a movie. Shocksqatch's first canon appearance in the series was in Ben 10 Generator X Heroes United. And I haven't watched this one either because of the fact I can't find it anywhere. But I can say with confidence, after seeing Shocksqatch from Heroes United, he looks a lot better in Omniverse. The bulkier design of Omniverse fits Shocksqatch a lot better than, well, this. But if you can't tell by his name, he's an electric alien. He conducts electricity. And he can attack you with it in multiple ways, such as slamming the ground, shooting it at you, and even giving you a massive bear hug that ends up in you getting electrocuted. Also, one extra thing, I love that they gave this alien a Canadian accent. I don't know why it fits so well, but it fits perfectly. So Shocksqatch is not only a really cool alien, but the first actually good electric alien.
Ben 10, he's a kid and he wants to have fun. But when you need a superhero, he gets the job done. Ben 10, with a device that he wears on his arm, he can change his shape and save the world.
Well, if it isn't the walking nuclear bomb. This is Atomix, aka, as I said, a walking nuclear bomb. This alien is considered one of the most powerful aliens of Ben 10, and I can see why. Again, walking nuclear bomb. But for some reason, Omniverse was trying to hype up this alien to be the next Alien X. Like, they were really trying to convince us that this alien was as strong as Alien X. And as I've explained before, Alien X is a god. But seriously, Alien X is unstoppable. Like, Atomix is strong and all, but there's a difference between a nuclear bomb and a god. But anyway, this is about Atomix. If you can't tell by the fact that I keep calling him a walking nuclear bomb, his powers are nuclear. He shoots nuclear blasts, which aren't anything to scoff at. Also, I really do like Atomix design. Like, I can't deny that looks cool. The only problem I have with him is his voice. Like, for such a unit, you would expect him to have, like, this super commanding voice, yet this is his voice.
Grandfather, keep him safe!
Like, I'd expect this motherfucker to ask me for a cup of tea before I did this shit.
Nuclear winner!
Atomix is a very powerful alien. I wouldn't consider him stronger than Clockwork or Alien X, but he's pretty high up there. And his design's really dope looking. The only thing holding this alien so far back from me is the fact of his voice. It just sounds way too stupid.
He's a kid and he wants to have fun.
Well, if it isn't better Jet Ray. This is Astrodactyl.
And he is by far the most creative flying alien that's meant to just fly. And as I said, he's a better version of Jet Ray. He actually has both parts of his name in his design. I mean, you can easily tell he's a pterodactyl by his design. But since his wings are from a jetpack, it makes it look, well, astronaut-like. Or it shows that he's suitable for space travel. So unlike Jet Ray, who just has the ray in Jet Ray, Astrodactyl has the Astro-Endactyl in Astrodactyl. Also, Astrodactyl's really creative when it comes to his powers. Like, obviously can shoot a laser, but he shoots it out of his mouth. But who cares about that? Let's get to the cool stuff. But Astrodactyl has the ability to summon laser whips from his wrists. Bro's like a 19th century Wolverine. And his second ability comes from his jetpack, in which he shoots a ring of energy whenever he takes off a certain way, and the ring of energy is explosive. But you can't tell me those powers are not cool. Even his voice fits the alien. Everything about this alien is perfect. That's why he is probably the best flying alien. Astrodactyl is not only a unique entry into the Omnitrix, but one of its best.
He's a kid and he wants to have fun. But when you need a superhero, he gets the job done. With a device that he wears on his arm, he can change his shape and save the world.
Oh yeah. This is Feedback. Feedback is another alien that's just absolutely awesome. This alien is an electric alien, obviously, and he's basically a better version of Chroma Stone, where he's able to absorb energy and expel it. And instead of it being a laser beam, it's pure electricity. And he can shoot his lightning from a lot of different places, including his tail, his antennae, and his fingers. But you're probably saying, how is Feedback better than Chroma Stone? 3 reasons, my dear viewer. 1. Electricity is a lot cooler than lasers. 2. Chroma Stone has a limit on how much energy he can absorb. While from what I witnessed in the series, Feedback basically doesn't have one. And you wanna know how I could tell that? Chroma Stone took a shot from Dagon, which is an alien that theoretically could take over the entire universe with just a thought, and one blast from Dagon was able to fill up Chroma Stone's meter instantly. Oh yeah, and from what I've noticed, Chroma Stone isn't too good at absorbing electricity. But you wanna know what feat this guy has? Feedback absorbed the energy to equivalent the f***ing Big Bang! And if you don't know what the Big Bang is, oh, it's only the explosion that created this entire universe! It's basically the equivalent of the sun exploding. And this man, this menace, Feedback, actually held this thing like it was nothing. The dude is holding the Big Bang! And you wanna know what makes this even crazier? Not that it can get much crazier than that, but this man, Feedback, used this Big Bang as a weapon. And the way Feedback did this was just absolutely diabolical.
You cannot do this!
You wanted your very own Big Bang!
Tommy! Tommy!
Tell me adding Goku saying Kamehameha did not fit that at all. He literally made the pose, dude. This man Feedback hit this man Maltrusin with that Kamehameha Big Bang edition. Made him implode on himself. And you're telling me that a creature that literally can hold the Big Bang in the palm of its hand, its only competition is a giant crystal alien that has a limit on how much energy you can take in. I think even if you like Chroma Stone, you have to admit, Feedback's better. Anyway, back to my personal preference. But this man Feedback's design is so slick. He looks so good. Like, the only thing that distracts me from his designs are the giant plugs. But even then, I can live with those. But Feedback's not only a really cool looking alien, but he's a very, very useful alien as well. No wonder this was Omniverse Classic Ben's favorite alien. Feedback's f***ing dope.
Ben 10
Well, Lone Star, get out. The true magnet alien's here. This is Gravattack, aka the best alien from Omniverse. This alien makes Lone Star look really stupid, because of the fact that he is a literal mini planet. He has the ability to control gravity, he has his own orbit, hell, he turned himself into a black hole once. Also, this alien is huge. This alien towers over Humongosaur. And also, this form he's in now isn't his only form. He can turn himself into a literal planet, form into a ball, and fly around. So this one alien has his own orbit, can control gravity, and can fly, and can breathe in space. And plus, oh my god, his design is so cool! The rocky texture with the cracks in it. The way his mouth is designed. I love how his planet's core is showing on the outside. This alien is so cool looking. And his voice ain't half bad either. All that I have to say about Gravattack is that this alien is breathtakingly awesome looking, and his powers are absolutely amazing and put Lone Star to shame, and this alien is just genuinely so cool and is the best alien to come out of Omniverse. And that's Omniverse done. Now I just gotta do the ultimates and the fusions. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you rank the aliens differently, let me know in the comments. I love to see other opinions. But with all that said, I'll catch you guys next time. Like the video, or Ben's gonna rizz up your mom.
I can't find him. I can't find him.
I will fly to Texas and kill you.
I can't find him.
He made them alone.
I can't find him.
Leave them alone. I swear to no.